Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I'm here with Alex Apati from Ladbrokes, and we're going to be discussing all things I'm a Celebrity, along with the current odds of who's the favourite to win, who's the favourite to leave tonight, and any other dramas that we've seen in the last episode. So Alex, who is the current favourite to win the whole thing?
No surprises, no changes in the betting at the moment. Jordan still remains favourite at 5-4, so just over double your stake back. If you had 20 quid on Jordan at the moment, I think you'd get £45 back. My maths is right there, and it's a Friday evening, so I've had a good week. He was odds on there earlier this week. He was a clear favourite in the betting, but Giovanna has closed the gap on him at the moment. She's 5-2. It does look a bit like a two-horse race between those two as far as the odds are concerned at the moment, in terms of who's going to be crowned king or queen of the castle. Who do you reckon, Verity?
Yeah, I mean, my personal favourite, I think I'm really liking Giovanna. I think she's absolutely lovely, and she seems to be bringing the mood up all the time. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if Bev snuck up there, because she is so funny. Everyone in the camp obviously loves her. But also Vernon, I think, is coming across really well. And a lot of people have got a crush on him, and I think they would like to see him in the shower for a few more weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking up of Vernon in the shower myself. I saw him, he had a walk around Giovanna the other night. Tom from McFly must have been watching, like, whoa, hang on, steady on, you know. But.
Yeah, but they're such a lovely couple, though, Tom and Giovanna. They've been together like 20 odd years, haven't they?
And that's why I think she has the backing of not only her own fans from her podcast and her books, but also the McFly fan base. We obviously told Dougie a few years ago how well he did. Giovanna has all. Look, I mean, we'll go into more detail shortly, but we get into the point now where it does become a bit of a popularity contest. The contest as soon as the votes start coming in, and I think it's one of those where if she can keep herself in there until the final three, she might swamp the competition at that point.
Yeah. So John's asked, who is the favourite to go tonight in the public vote?
Yeah, it's hard. Basically, all you need to do really more often than not is look at the odds on who's most likely to win all the way down to least likely, and then whoever's at the bottom of that pile is going to be one of the favourites to go. This week, it looks like it's a two-horse race again between Holly Arnold MBE, if we're still calling her that, at 5-4, and Ruthie at 5-2. And I think the reason the pair of them are priced so short and quite likely to go is quite simply, haven't really done anything, have they? I mean, Ruthie, to be fair to her, Ruthie came in late and hasn't really set the camp alight. I always think you're fighting a bit of a losing battle if you come in a few days late anyway. Holly hasn't been amazing in the trials either, so it looks a two-horse race between those two. I wouldn't be surprised if Victoria goes tonight as well, 6-1. There's probably a bit more value there. A tenner gets you 70 quid back if Victoria goes. The others, I think, should be safe. It's maybe three, between one of those three.
So what do you think it is about, obviously you say it's about what you sort of bring to the camp, because it seems that perhaps the most unpopular, or at least the most divisive campmate at the moment is Shane, because he's even been accused of being a bully. So I wonder if it's perhaps about airtime and just the drama, the overall drama that you bring to the camp. What do you think?
I'm to be honest, I'm quite obsessed with I'm a Celeb and Big Brother and X Factor and all these kind of shows which go on over the course of weeks. I like the kind of psychology and everything that comes behind it. And you look at Jordan, for example, we talk about airtime. The reason he was such a short favourite for a few days last week was because it was literally Jordan and Shane were front and centre stage every night we were watching. It's Jordan this, Jordan that. Hasn't really been the case in the last few days, and while he is still favourite, then he's looking less likely to win than he was maybe a week ago. As for Shane, it is a bit of a funny one, I guess. He has drifted massively. He was one of the favourites. He's now 8-1, 9-1, I think, in the betting. And I think it is. Yeah, it's interesting because would you consider him a bully? Maybe it's a harsh word. To be honest, from what I've been watching, a lot of the time, I think did they have a bit of a debate about washing up and
it's just been gay. I think it's the only thing, and I think they're very different men from very different walks of life, and also you just don't know how you're going to be. Like Ruthie said, you don't know how your true self comes out, I think, on their show. Not to say that Shane's a bad person, but I think the stress of the whole thing might be making him lash out more than he usually would.
I think it suits certain personalities, and I think if you look at AJ, when he was on Strictly, very much like up and coming, he was the young lad there, and like a bit of a hot shot. Obviously, his brother going into Love Island as well. He comes onto this, and he's kind of, and maybe a couple of people are looking and they're like, I don't really know what you're kind of doing here. Whereas this kind of show suits Shane down to the ground, and he knows that, and he strikes me as the kind of person as well who. Shane probably knows that he's getting on AJ's nerves. And did you see last night where he walked past AJ and just tapped him on the shoulder, and that look that AJ gave him was great. It was one of my favourite moments so far, actually.
And he'd also put his pan down very aggressively into the washing up area. So I think, I know what you mean. I feel like it maybe is a little bit of deliberate teasing.
It makes sense that he's maybe drifted in the betting. Just when you think about the show that AJ's come from, involves people having to vote to pick their winners, and he's come onto a show now where people have to vote. So if people are thinking that Shane's been a bit harsh, there's probably quite a crossover of Strictly and I'm a Celeb viewers and therefore many voters, and so it makes sense that he's drifting.
Where does AJ come in the odds?
He should be safe for now in terms of elimination. I think he's 12-1 for elimination tonight. In terms of the outright betting, he's 33-1. So he has a lot to do. I think, again, it comes down to airtime. Verity, to be honest, he hasn't really done a lot. And when he has been doing stuff, he's not really set in the world of like. You look at you could kind of split the camp into two. The ones that are getting a lot of airtime and coming across really well and also doing well in challenges, and then the ones who are just kind of making up the numbers. And I think AJ is kind of fluttering between the two at the moment. Be interesting tonight to see AJ and Shane working together. Obviously, one of the positives that the camp have taken from the Bushtracker trial so far is that they're really, really good at motivating each other to get through it together. But with AJ and Shane, will they be doing that themselves? I guess remains to be seen.
Yeah, we've actually got a clip of the trial tonight between AJ and Shane.
Good.
Look, guys, AJ, you're going first.
Yeah.
In this round, you've got 2 minutes. But before that, you need some company.
There we go.
Wardens?
You're going to mess your hair up.
They're going to have a proper party in there, aren't they?
There goes the shampoo commercial.
Oh, no. The curl cream's not going to survive this.
Joining you in there. That's 2,000 maggots and 1,000 giant mealworms. Your time will start when you hear the klaxon.
Good luck.
Go on, mate. You got it. Go on, buddy. Go on, AJ. Go on, mate. Keep going, bud. Smashing it.
Oh, it's got a spin going.
Got a spin, that's
Look
the
at that.
secret.
Good technique. As soon as it's off, Shane, you can go.
Okay.
Nearly there. Nearly there.
Nice. So, I mean, something that I don't think was in that clip that I have seen is that I believe Shane makes a comment to AJ about him messing up his hair. Obviously, AJ's pride and joy. So I feel like Shane is just a bit baffled. Shane, Shane's a real macho kind of guy, and I think he might just be a bit baffled by AJ and how pretty AJ is.
Yeah, it's one of those comments again, I guess, where if it's one of your mates who says that, I mean, believe it or not, no one ever says to me, you're going to mess up your hair doing this, and there goes the shampoo commercials. But if you're an AJ there and you're not really getting on with Shane, then it's going to be treated as more of a dig.
That's so true, yeah.
So you think as well, what this is condensed into 1 hour for the viewers, and so the fact that that's made the cut makes you wonder how many times does Shane make these little comments, and maybe I'm back on myself here, and maybe it could be, I don't want to say the word bully, but something just below. But
just some friction.
You did talk him through that trial then, at least for a little while. So
yeah, well, Shane's quite a good person to be in a trial with because he's generally very motivating.
Absolutely.
So someone has asked, has Jessica changed in the betting? Whereabouts is she coming at the moment?
Jessica's had a funny week actually. I think at the very start she was there or thereabout, maybe just smack bang in the middle of the betting to win. I think on the first night she got upset about her family and maybe her daughter, and we were kind of thinking, okay, well, is this person gonna last even the 3 weeks? Bear in mind they've obviously had to isolate as well beforehand. In terms of the betting, she was actually 100-1 literally 3 or 4 days ago. She was one of the rank outsiders, and I think she's had a bit of a tough week in terms of trials, which means that she's had a bit of a good week in terms of the betting, because she's put herself through it. She's come across really well on camera. She brought back 12 stars a couple nights ago with Shane, and she's now, I think she is 20-1 in the betting. So again, still unlikely, but from 100-1, literally 3 or 4 days ago, it's a great turnaround for her. I don't know whether she can sustain it and keep up there in the top 3, but definitely a good move.
I thought she was so funny during the drinking trial. I honestly thought she was so funny. So Williams asked, has anyone seen a ghost yet? Well, obviously the answer is yes, because Russell had to pretend to have seen one as part of his the Jester secret mission task. Other than that, I don't believe so.
No, it's one, again, the show obviously want to kind of throw these little moments in there, and I guess maybe if they've had a quiet day, the runners just have a little thing going where it's, okay, well, here's a challenge for them if nothing is going on, or if they're just name dropping or talking about nothing in particular that's going to make good TV, then maybe give them a little challenge. But it depends, I guess, in an old castle. You can't really do that in the jungle, can you?
That's very true, and there is a lot of name dropping. Kyle's asked, if this was Love Island, which celebs would be cracking on? Well, not Beverly, because she's devoted to Mega Shag, John.
But she might be getting, Vernon Kay might be getting a call with Beverly and Mega Shag after this, because she's obsessed with Vernon Kay at the moment.
Who isn't?
Well, yeah. So maybe those two would be getting it on if this was Love Island. Who else in there? Then maybe I don't want to.
I mean, everyone. We've got the two young and beautiful AJ and Jess, but I don't know about Jess, but I know that AJ is in a relationship. So
yeah, it's a tough one. It's gone. It feels like gone are those days. And I also think in the course of 3 weeks, okay, maybe. Obviously, we saw with Katie Price and Peter Andre years and years and years ago. But 3 weeks is just not long enough to, I don't think, really, for celebrities who are kind of seemingly, or the majority are settled down. It's not like you throw in 12 singletons into a villa for Love Island or something. You know, it's I would love to see an I'm a Celeb that does last like the course of Big Brother, kind of 12 weeks of just putting celebrities through.
Yes.
But,
that would be great if they could.
I don't think it's the right set of campmates for any love, sadly.
No. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our Bushtracker chat. And we'll be back next week, and we'll obviously be discussing whoever did end up leaving tonight. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.